Hey guys, Jeff the Nature Guy here at ZooMontana, and it's the calm before the storm, because if you're watching this right now, you know, especially if you're in Montana, winter has finally arrived. So I want to talk about getting ready for winter here at the zoo. You just saw Gable, the great horned owl. We're sitting with him today because he was a good topic to talk about how we get ready. Now, first of all, we have to worry about water. Obviously, we want our animals to have water, so we have these fancy bowls here. You notice this big cord coming out of it. This is an electric water bowl, which means it warms the water just enough that it doesn't freeze. So this guy doesn't have to worry about coming down and having a block of ice when he wants to drink. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you notice this bowl is also made out of plastic. We don't want metal bowls here at the zoo, and let me tell you why. Because if you're a mammal especially, so an animal with fur, that tongue can stick to the metal bowl. You ever seen any movies where somebody sticks their tongue to a flagpole in the wintertime? Don't do it! It gets stuck. And that's what happens to animals as well. So no metal bowls here for the animals during the winter as well. The other thing to keep in mind is here at the zoo, we're very lucky because we only have animals that can tolerate the cold temperatures. So all of the animals that are outside here at the zoo, they are built for cold weather and they love the cold weather. There's only one animal that comes in during the wintertime. Do you know what it is? I think I heard somebody say it. The beavers. Because in the wild, the beavers, they're going to go into their little lodge and they're going to hang out in that lodge until the winter passes, and that's exactly what's going to happen here at the zoo. They're going to go in their little lodge, which is their building, their night house we call it, and then of course they'll sleep the winter away. Now, the animals that are built for the cold weather, well, it's obvious. Of course, the mammals, the big fur, and the birds like this guy up here, the owl, those feathers. And in the wintertime, when you see a bird sitting on a telephone wire up in a tree and he's puffed up, he's not puffed up because he's looking big and mean. He's puffed up because all the air is in those feathers and he's trapping it in there and it's warming his body. Think of it like you guys sitting in bed when you're nice and toasty in the morning and your covers are so warm, their feathers work the same way. Kind of cool stuff. Now, for you, how do you keep safe in the wintertime? Well, obviously you want to wear those jackets. You don't want to stay outside very long. But remember the same thing for your pets. And if you have pets, the best thing to do is keep them inside. I'm not a big fan of outdoor pets, keeping your dogs outside all the time or your cats outside. Bring them inside, let them be warm. But if you have an animal that is outside, make sure you take care of them. Make sure you have a shelter for your dog. Make sure that dog house is up and off the ground because that ground gets really cold. So keep it up and off the ground. That'll help keep them warm. Maybe if you have a small dog like a Chihuahua and you take them outside, maybe put a sweater on it. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of clothes on animals, but it can help some of the smaller dogs. And most importantly, remember, the nose, the ears, and the pads on their feet, they can get frostbite pretty easily. So just be careful when you take them out in those really cold temperatures. But hey, let's enjoy the snow. It's a long time coming. I'm pretty excited to look out there and see that white stuff coming down. Guys, until next time, I'm Jeff the Nature Guy here at ZooMontana.